What's going on, everybody? Doc here, Average Gamer Guys, back again into some more Magic the Gathering pack rack in action. And today we have, and just recently picked up, or rather got shipped in the mail, our Festival in a Box. Now, I know that in previous years, the Festival in the Box has been a little bit maybe more interesting, with the exception that this time we're getting our first chance look to crack some packs from Mystery Booster 2. So I'm super excited to jump into that, but I figured I would share the entire Festival in a Box experience with you, and I'm excited to jump in. Now, I personally, part of why I ordered it was, of course, for Mystery Booster 2, but also I actually do like a handful of the promos and the secret layer that is included. I personally am a fan of that style. I know that is certainly not for everybody, but of course, with most secret layers, they are not for everyone. So we're going to jump in. We're going to crack this. We'll talk a little bit about it. We'll showcase some of the different cards and open this entire package. And then, of course, we will be cracking Mystery Booster 2. It's pretty crazy right now. This just released. There are certainly some prices. All of that stuff is generally all over the place, as you would imagine, and this is just starting to come out. People are taking a look at pull rates, but there are some pretty insane hits already, especially for some of the cards in the future sight frame, some of the white border cards as well. So it's going to be really kind of cool to see what we're able to pull, see what we can crack open. There's some really, really neat reprints and other pretty powerful cards included in Mystery Booster 2. So without further ado, let's get into this. I will say that this box is pretty cool. I like it. I like Magic Con. We've got our nice little seal here. So for anybody wanting to take a look, this is fully legit. Everything is good here. And let's just open this up. So I'm excited about it. This is really cool. I am jealous. I'm not going to be going to Vegas this year. But this is kind of one of the other reasons I wanted to grab it. But this is pretty neat. We've got our little package here of cardboard with our little promo sleeve on it. We'll get rid of that. Actually, we'll take a look. Look at that little guy. Got our secret layer, little legends. That's what I was talking about personally. I really do kind of enjoy the little legends piece of this. So kind of excited to open that. And I want to be careful with this. And for some reason, I'm not going to be able to open this regularly. We have our little utensil here. I'm excited. I actually really like this ponder. I think this is pretty cool. I think what is included here is pretty neat. Let's take a look. The ponder here. I really like this ponder. I personally do. It's just me. I might be one of the weird ones out there. That's neat. That is cool. I actually also, as quirky and odd as this Swords to Plowshares is, I like it. These will go to the collection part of my collection, and I'm a big collector. For those that might just be tuning in for the first time, I do a lot of the collecting. I like hanging on to these things. I like it. I love this Plains. I wish it was foil. I think that's the only thing that I would have enjoyed about this. Even not if all of these were foil, but I think this in foil would have looked absolutely gorgeous. I actually wish we would have gotten a full secret layer set. And then we have our first test card, Convention Morrow. This is pretty cool. Pretty neat. I really like the idea of these. I was never really a big fan in Mystery Booster 1, but they've kind of grown on me. So we got our 3 collector packs. Let's go ahead. We'll open up the secret layer here. Get this rocking it and rolling. A little thank you card here. That's kind of neat. I don't usually hang on to a lot of it, and I probably won't hang on to this. But then we get our little legends. Now, these are the foils. These are really cool. I'm not even going to dilly-dally here. Let's rip these open. And everybody, if you've checked this out at all, you've probably seen these already, but just want to take one quick look at them. I like the little legends. Just me personally. I really do. I think these are cool. We got Dawnbringer. We got Orvar. Just look at how cute that is. I love it. We got Drata. This is probably my favorite one, I will say. That's cool. Really cool arts. Davinia. I like this one too, actually. Omnath. It's kind of an interesting one to do a little Legends of. And we have the Far Haven Elf. So this just comes as part of the little bonus for Secret Layers. So very cool. Excited for those. So I throw these into the collection here. I'm going to move these just out of the way. And then we got 3 collectors here. Wilds, little Lost Caverns and Commander Masters. And then we got Mystery Booster 2. Now it's a thin booster box. All right, we're going to go ahead and open up. Let's get our Wilds here. We'll open up our collector boosters here, and then we'll jump into our mystery boosters. I'm going to have trouble today, I think. It's pretty warm in the room. All right. We got to do it. We need the tool. Sometimes these collector boosters are a little bit easier to get open, and sometimes they're not. Hopefully, because they're hard to get into, they've got some good hits. Slide you up out of the way here, mystery booster. Food token, Spectre, Hardened Scales, Gallon, Tail, Sentinel, Impact, and that's it. Not bad, not great. Lost Caverns, this could have like a Mana Crypt in it, you know? That'd be cool. Cavern of Souls, maybe? Island, Terror Tide, Sunken Citadel, Promise, Inti, ooh, Foily Plains, Call Pakal. Foily Plains is kind of cool, I guess. No major hits there. Now this is the one that would be really cool if it had a great hit in it. I wouldn't be mad. Wouldn't be mad. This is probably the best potential top end here, I would imagine. We've opened a handful of these on the channel. See if we get anything good. Ooh, Retro Mountain. Path of Ancestry. Dread Return. Foily Command Tower. That's nice. Commandeer. Ooh, Capture. Little etched. It seems a little bland. Doesn't it? I don't know. Maybe it's my lighting. Desecrate Reality. Yuriko. And a Regal Bee. Not fantastic. Capture's pretty good. It's a good little mythic hit. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. Those to the side. But then, this is what we are here for. Mystery Booster 2. Very excited for this. This is going to be really cool. Should be a really cool experience. I do hope, and I know a lot of the community's talking about, I really hope that they do decide here in the future, kind of like Mystery Booster 1, to bring this to retail. I do think keeping it convention exclusive for a while is like cool for those that can attend the convention, something a little bit different, you know? And I don't blame them for that, but I think at some point, you know, bring it to the people. And I think it would be pretty well received, I think, as it stands right now, even if without the test cards and some of the other things that they did. So let's take a look here. This is going to be really neat. You're going to get a lot of nostalgia. There's a ton of cards. The set is pretty big from what I understand. This set definitely seems like it would be a just absolute blast from everything I've seen to draft, and that's really what it's kind of designed for, which is really cool. I don't know. I'm sure there's going to be some good commons and uncommons in here. Be kind of interesting to see what happens with pricing with these, although reprint numbers are probably going to be, I don't know that they would really impact, but Pandemonium. Look at that. That's cool. Our first white border card is a Mardu Outrider. I haven't seen white border cards in a long time. This is weird. Good weird, but very weird. And A future sight frame crackdown. Non-white creatures power 3 or greater don't untap during the controller's untap step. Look at that. That is cool. I think we'll keep each of these in a little bit of a separate pile. And then our all-star kicker. Your team may pass the ball. Okay. That's pretty interesting. That is pretty interesting. Oh, little M21 action. Okay. Griffin Guide. Ooh, that's cool. That is cool. Rishadon Cut Purse. Ah, Changelings. Little Morning Tide. Grim Dancer. Take our time here for the first few packs. Just take a look at the commons and uncommons. You know what's cool for me is I didn't play. I wasn't really collecting hardcore in a lot of these sets. Some of them I was, but not all of them. There's a little Teferi. That's cool. Oh, this is neat, dude. Wow, that looks great. It's a little darker, maybe, than my recording would show, because got a little extra light on it. But in person, this is freaking beautiful. Dude, that's wild, actually. This part down here is a little bit darker in person, and it looks fantastic. Oh, my. Whoa! Future Sight Counterbalance. Now, that is cool. That is cool. And map to Lorthos Temple. Enchantment Quest. Whenever you complete one of the following objectives, check it off. If all 3 are checked off, sacrifice map. If you do, create Lorthos the Tidemaker token. Diving Gear, an artifact enters the battlefield under your control. Merfolk enters the battlefield under your control. Ritual, cast an instant or sorcery spell. That's actually kind of cool. I could see that this, makes an impact, or could be coming around Dungeons and Dragons style. Wouldn't surprise me if that's something that they kind of messed around with for how to figure out how to do, dungeons and those kinds of things. Little cons. 15. Bone Weaver Giant. Retrieval. Foul Duplication. Elspeth's Nightmare. Paragon. Dark Dweller. Violent Eruption. That's cool. The old Young Wolf. Dark Ascension, I think. Yeah. Vigorate. Seaside Citadel. Shards of Alara, I think. Yeah. Mog Infestation. Getting infested. Spirit of the Labyrinth. That's cool. That is neat. And Hunting Cheetah. Okay. That's cool. Future Sight frame. Planewalker. Gifted Rogue. Planeswalker Walk. This creature can't be blocked as long as the defending player controls a Planeswalker. Whenever Planewalker deals combat damage to a player or Planeswalker, Planeswalk. If you're playing Plane Chase, proceed to the next plane. Jeez. That's hilarious. Look at its foot, too. That's so funny. These test cards are going to be a riot, some of them. And that one was pretty good. I like that one. That one was pretty good. I'm going to move a little quicker here through these. There's just so much. The old school cards will probably spend an extra second on. Ooh, Gaia's Embrace. Streetwise Negotiator. Firemind Vessel. Ooh, our first mythic here. M25. Is that Prosh? Skyrider. It's kind of cool. Ooh, this is cool. White Frame Mishra's Bauble. Wow, that looks neat. I actually like the artifacts in white frame. I wasn't sure I was going to feel kind of about some of the borders. Rather the borders, but kind of the interior of the border. I actually really like that. That's clean. And a Proteus staff. That's cool. Future sight frame. Dairy cow. Grazing type. This creature's enter the battlefield with 5 milk counters on it for each forest and or plant you control. Little 2/1 cow. This is cool. This is really cool. All right. Stone Cloaker. It will. Boggart. Pillar Bug. Raging Minotaur. Look at that. Unaffected by summoning sickness. Kyrene Negotiations. Scale Up. Angel of Despair. Berserker's Onslaught from Dragons of Tharkir. Paradoxical Outcome in white border. That's cool. Whoa, Mana Flare. Little future sight action. Now that is actually probably one of the better hits, I would say. That's pretty cool. That is pretty dang cool, actually. A little off-centered, though, actually, if you look at it on this side. But that's neat. I like the art. Fetching Garden. Forest Plains. Fetching Garden enters the battlefield tapped if it was played from your hand. That's cool. Little land action. That's neat. What's cool on these test cards too is you can see that there's a white border and a green border on this. Kind of represent the two colors. That's neat. I don't even know what set this is. No idea. That's cool. Ooh. Neutralize. Endless Scream. Look at that art. Burning Cloak. Odyssey. Radiant Claw. Goblin Chain Whirler. Ooh, nice. Little Thought Vessel. That's cool. A white border action. That's neat. And a Zombie Master in the feature sight frame. Other zombie creatures you control have Swamp Walk and regenerate this permanent. That's cool. Wowzer, the Aspirational. Whenever it attacks, if you have an energy, control blood, a clue, a food, a map, a power stone, and a treasure, are the monarch, and have the city's blessing and initiative, you win the game. And you have to pay every type of mana to include colorless and snow mana. That is that is hilarious. Legendary snow creature worm. That is so funny. These are cool. This is a cool experience, I will tell you. I will tell you. And that's where I hope, you know, I do hope that, you know, here in the future, some months from now, they maybe think about bringing a version to stores near you, because I think this would be a ton of fun to draft. Lots of really, really cool cards in this. The Evolved Emissary. It's either, I think this is Conspiracy Take the Crown, actually. Little elf. Seed Time. Cast a spell during your turn. Take an extra turn off this one if an opponent casts a blue spell this turn. Look at that. Oh, white border action. Beautiful. Wow. This is a cool hit too. Look at that. Basalt Monolith in the retro, in the future sight frame, excuse me. That is cool. Dude, that is really cool. Pinchy McStingbutt. These are great. Death Touch. Whenever Pinchy Sting Butt deals combat damage to a player. Conjure a card named Death of 1,000 Stings, Lethal Sting, or Stinging Shot at random into your hand and reveal it. Treat conjure cards like cards. Wow. That's cool. Look at my little scorpion friend. That actually might be my favorite one so far just because of the name. Although I like the Plains Walker or Plane Walker. That was pretty funny. It's cool. A lot of variants here in the cards from different sets, which is really neat. Look at that. Look at that thick, bold font on there and that salvage. I was noticing that on a handful of cards here. Just like some factory dust. Elven Bow. Spirit Mare. Ooh, Clever Impersonator. That's cool. Cons card. Very nice. Wow. Wow. I feel like we are doing really good in Future Sight and white border framed cards. That is cool. I think one of the things I like the best about these white border cards is the black font and writing on the bottom. It just looks so good. Wow, that is cool. And a Stifle. What a cool pack. Holy moly. Vuzzle Spaceship. Spaceship 6. This creature enters with 6 1/1 counters. If it would be dealt damage, remove that many 1/1 counters. Its abilities are active as long as it has at least that many 1/1 counters. Thrusters, if it has 6, it has flying. Lasers 3, whenever Vuzzle Spaceship attacks, deals 1 damage to any target. That's cool. That's neat. That's like not too crazy. Kind of interesting. I could see that being kind of an interesting mechanic for, you know, other crewing type vehicles. Crossbow Infantry. Tormented Angel. Is that Urza's Saga in that? Original Time Spiral. Onslaught. It's cool. This is cool. God Pharaoh statue. Oh, Silumgar. Look at that. He's cool. Culling the Weak. Just cast a spell, sacrifice a creature. Add 3. That's neat. And a Velucan Dragon. Results -1. That's cool. There. Instant lesson. Exile target creature you control that return to the battlefield under its owner's control. There. Instant lesson. Up to 3 target creatures can't be blocked this turn. There. Instant lesson. Target opponent gains control of target creature you control. I love the fingers. These are very clever. These are very clever. Dissipate. Body double. Ooh, Massacre. That's cool. Tortured Existence. Again, there's probably like some cool hits and some goodies in some of these. Just moving past some. Treetop Village. Batwing Broom. Whoa, Acroma, Angel of Wrath. And that is a very cool art for her. That is neat. Love me some angels. And a Leyline of the Void. Look at that. White border. Final Fortune. Take an extra turn after this one. At the beginning of that turn's end step, you lose the game. It's not a bad little hit either. That's cool. I really like the art. That is neat. Spuzum Strategist. You make all choices for Spuzums you control. Okay. I'm probably missing something there. I'm gonna shift these a little bit out of the way. This has been fun. This has been really fun. I hope you're enjoying. Thanks for hanging out with me. Slow rolling these, not intending to, just enjoying it. Just enjoying it. Master Splicer. Piracy Charm. An offer you can't refuse, actually not a bad little card. Blaze. Cudgel Troll. This is Judgment. No idea what set that is. Hey, a dessert. Look at that, a Ral. Whoa. A white border path to exile. This is throwing it back. Give me some Swords to Plowshares feels here. That's cool. That is cool. Ooh, and an Ursus Bauble. That's neat. 2 for Keeper of the Full Grip. Look at this guy. Look how many cards he's got. Whenever a spell you control causes you to gain card advantage, each opponent loses 2 life. Gain card advantage each time a spell you control resolves, and you end up having more cards relative to your opponents than before the spell resolved. Divination, Annihilate, and Wrath of God can all be card advantage, and remember, tokens aren't cards. He's a human gamer. Oh, that is so funny. Flicker Wisp. This card always freaked me out. Benevolent Bodyguard. Coastal Piracy. Rushing River. I've seen this twice now. Visions? Is that Visions? Stand together. Tristani. Cool. Mythic Worst Fears. You control target player during that player's next turn. Exile Worst Fears. Got a little mythic action here in white border. Ooh, and a Grafdigger's Cage. That's cool. Future Sight Frame. That's neat. That is cool. Chatzook Mighty Guitarist. Banding. Creature spells you cast with banding cost 2 less to cast. Whenever 2 or more creatures you control attack in a band, each creature in that band gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each creature in that band. I get it. Just ask around until you find someone who knows. And he's a human bard with a guitar. That's so funny. That's so good. This was fun. This has been really fun. I really do like the variance of sets here. I think that is really cool. Little Gemhide Sliver, Hedge Troll, Zavala, God Pharaoh's Gift. Ooh, Tendrils of Agony. That's cool. Our player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life with Storm. That's neat. Mythic Doomsday. Look at this. Search your library and graveyard for 5 cards and exile the rest. Put the chosen cards on top of your library in any order. You lose half your life, rounded up. Look at that. Omen Path to Naya. Vanishing 4. That's cool. Those kinds of things being in here would certainly make the draft format a little bit easier, I would say, I guess. Evil Eye, look at that thing. Keldon Champion. Tyvar Stand. Little Zendikar action right there. Gorgon Flail, M10. Oh, that's going back. Ooh, Asa Tyrant of Gyre Strait. That is cool. Oh, look at that. White Border Goblin Guide. That's cool. Man, these actually look really good. I really like the white borders. I thought that they would be kind of neat, kind of interesting, a little nostalgic, you know. But these are really clean. Wow. Dude, wow. This has been cool. This is so cool. This is so cool. No regrets, egret. Bird Scout. Flying anytime you can mulligan and no regrets, egret is in your hand. You may reveal it. If you do, look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put those cards back in the same order. You can still mulligan. This is mulligan protection. Lotus Petal is a little stunning, actually. I'm kind of pretty jazzed about that. That's cool. And that's a common, too. This is Conspiracy, I think. The regular one. Raise the Alarm. It's a 5th Dawn card, I think. Originally. Wall of Blood, a little mirrored in action. Onslaught. Coffin Queen. That's cool. I like the art. Flickering Ward. Chant creature. Enters the battlefield. Choose a color. Has protection from the chosen color. And you can return it. That's cool. That's actually really neat. Wow. And a Mind Break Trap. What is this box right now? This is insane. This is kind of insane. These are some great cards. Lotus Petal and Mind Break Trap? Yeah. That's pretty good. Abbot of the Sacred Meeple, Human Monk. This creature can occupy a space 2 spaces higher on the monk track than its power. Once in each of your odd-numbered beige production phases, you may spend 2 additional sheep when constructing a building. If you do, you may activate the lesser production ability of any building of Prestige 5 or lower you control. Exceptions. Yeah. Sure. Sure. Okay, I'm gonna move on from that card because I have no clue what it's talking about, and that's fine. Submerge. Beseech the Queen. Trax's Fall. Visionary. Whoa. That's Phyrexian Walker from Visions in a different language. That's kind of cool. I remember them talking about that. It's obviously the pull rate for that is pretty low, but got a Dromoka's Command, an Arcane Lighthouse. They lose Hexproof and Shroud and can't have a Hexproof or Shroud. That's really cool. And I just got a foil future frame site Lotus Petal. Like, dude. What? That is freaking beautiful. I'm like a little stunned right now. Okay, that's pretty awesome. Lich's Dual Mastery, Hexproof. When it enters the battlefield, exile top 5 cards of your library face down as shields. If you would lose life, instead put one of your shields into your hand. If you can't, you sacrifice it. When it leaves the battlefield, you lose the game. Interesting. Get some shields from taking lethal damage. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, kind of interestingly see what foil mystery booster future frame sight Lotus Petal goes for. That can't be too common. That's the only foil in that we've seen so far, so I'm curious to see how many we're gonna see. Maybe one. Yeah, well, obviously one. Maybe two. Painted Bluffs. 30 of the Consuls. Ooh, that's cool. Well, Narset. White border. The Planeswalkers look great in white border. That's cool too. Wow, and a Meekstone. That's cool. I'm really digging this. The Trade Planets. World Enchantment Planet. When this permanent enters, exile the top 5 cards of your library as its resources. Trade routes. The beginning of your pre-combat main phase. Choose one. Discard a card. If you do, put 2 of its resources into your hand. Exile the top card of your library as a resource. That's interesting. Be kind of interesting. Kind of an alternate, like, pseudo library, I guess. Aetherize. Again, no idea what that set symbol is. It's not what that card is originally from. Oh, that's beautiful. Desertion. Little Street Wraith action. Look at that. And a reset. Cast a spell only during an opponent's turn after their upkeep step. Untap all lands you control for 2 blue manas. And Knight of the Flying Merfolk. Bedtime story. Don't put a lore counter on the saga as it enters. Put a lore counter on it at the beginning of your end step rather than your main phase. Sacrifice after 3. That's kind of interesting. Kind of a reverse saga. Create 2 blue 1/1 merfolks. Put a flying counter on each tapped creature you control and draw a card for each creature you control that dealt combat damage to a player this turn. That's actually kind of interesting. Kind of reversing end of step sagas. That's neat. I could see that being like feasible. They did talk about this when they were talking about this Mystery Booster 2 product, that some of these mechanics we may see in the future, potentially. That one doesn't seem too far-fetched. Mayhem Devil. Elmar. Friends Forever. Ooh, that's cool. Sphinx of the Steel Wind. Neat. Mythic action there in white frame. Wow, and a Tormod's Crypt. That's cool too. That's cool to see in a future sight frame. Pyromancy 101. It deals 1 damage to any target. Teach. And exile the spell taught to a creature you control. For as long as this card remains exiled, that creature has tap. Copy the exiled card. You may cast the copy for its teach cost. That's funny. I love the 1+1 = 2 in fire. Oh, that's clever. All right. Bond of Discipline. Breath of Life. Ah, the old Spell Stutter sprites. Barter and Blood. Elvish Ranger. Look at that. That's cool. Insult to Injury. Nice. This is cool. White Border Preordain. That's a neat one. An Elvish Reclaimer. +2/+2 as long as there are 3 more land cards in your graveyard. Sacrifice a land, search your library for your land card. Put it on the battlefield. Tapped. And then shuffle. Stone Drake. When it enters, choose one, distract, tap target land, draw a card, enthrall. Target player discards a card for each spell you've cast this turn. That's cool. That one's not too funky. All right, getting down to it. Just a couple packs left. Nice Serum Visions. I love the art on the Serum Visions. Flame Slash. The funky art. Longbow. Hangerback Walker. Cool. Ooh, White Border Summoners Pact. That's neat. Contagion. Pay 1 life and exile a black card from your hand rather than pay the spell's mana cost. Distribute 2 -2 -1 counters among 1 or 2 target creatures. That's actually really interesting. I like the art on it too. Defender of the Queue. Positioning. As this creature enters, lock your creatures in order from left to right for as long as you control a creature with positioning. Each time a creature enters or comes under your control, position it to the left or right of another creature. Adjacent creatures to left and right of defender get +1/+1 and have vigilance. I like that they're just a bunch of creatures in line. That's funny. Delirian Kraken. Signal Pest. Ooh, Arcanus. The Omnipotent. Draw 3 cards and return it to your hand. He's cool. That's neat. Ooh, little White Border Thopter Foundry. That's a neat one. That looks good. And Stabo's Web. When it enters, draw a card. Each land with an activated ability that isn't a mana ability doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. If you're playing some stacks, I feel like we have some cards for you in these future sight frames, because we've had a handful of them, and this is one of them. Zone of Flame. Enchantment, aura, enchant zone, battlefield, command, exile, and stack are shared zones. Each player has their own graveyard, hand, and library zones. Whenever one or more cards enter or leave enchanted zone, Zone of Flame deals 1 damage to each opponent. That's interesting. So you can pick the different zones that the cards go in. That's cool. Oh, I was surprised. Okay, I think I said earlier that we had like 2 left. Just kidding. We got 1 more after this one. Thanks for hanging with me for so long. Hopefully you enjoyed this, getting a chance to see what this product is all about and what Festival in the Box has this year. These Mystery Boosters 2 boxes are really fun. I would love to draft this. Nice, little Noble Hierarch. Always happy to see that. Can't get mad there. And a beautiful, I feel like we've gotten a lot of the really good blue cards here in this White Border. Ponder's another good one. Ooh, and Goblin King here. That's cool. Look at that art. That is really neat. Other goblins get +1/+1 and have Mountain Walk. I like the art on that. That is really cool. That is really cool. Indicate. Sorcery for 0. Target permanent. You. What? Excuse me, what? Oh, man. All right, last one. Thanks again for chilling. We do this every Wednesday, so if you're interested... Ooh, Ethereal Armor. That's cool. The little Wizards logo. Be sure to stay around. Stick around. We've got lots more fun stuff coming up on the channel. I don't even know if this one will go up on a Wednesday. Probably just post this on one of the off days. But we do pack openings every Wednesday. So if you're interested in this, we do a whole bunch of other content on the channel. A couple of playlists. Be sure to take a look at it. Reborn Volcano comes into battlefield tapped. All right, and an Earthshaker Giant here. +3/+3 and gains Trample. That's cool. And then we have Bolus's Citadel. Hey, look at the top card of your library anytime. Play lands to cast spells from the top of your library. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to its mana value rather than pay its cost. You can sacrifice 10 non-land permanents and have each opponent lose 10 life. Wow. And we finish it up with the Kataki. Yes, I can speak today. War's Wage. All artifacts have the beginning of your upkeep. Sacrifice this artifact unless you pay 1. That is cool. And finally, Narad, the Beige Flower. Look at this guy. It's a flower with fists. Legendary creature, plant rogue. Each creature assigns combat damage equal to its mana value rather than its power. That's funny. It's a 0/5 for 3. All right, let me just quickly here as we wrap up, and I know this one's been long enough already to enjoy this product. Thank you again for spending your time with me here. First of all, we got these two just absolutely beautiful lotus petals. This is really cool. Them being an uncommon, I'm not, you know, I'd be interested to see kind of what the pull rate is on a regular one. We got only one foil Future Sight frame card, and it happened to be a lotus petal, so that has to feel like a pretty good hit. I'm not gonna lie to you. And then Future Sight frame here, I feel like we got a couple other really cool cards, so we'll flip through these again just so you can take one last look. Quite a few, lots of rares, which is really neat. I'll keep an eye out. We got what? Mindbreak Trap, Doomsday here at Mythic, Grafdigger's Cage, the Bauble. Final Fortune is, again, I feel like probably a pretty good hit. Stifle is really cool. Not sure if this will hold any kind of value. The Monolith is really neat. Zombie Master is cool. Mana Flare is another one of those that I think is going to be a kind of a nice hit. We'll see how things settle out, but then Counterbalance is really cool. Back to its uncommon, and Crackdown. Very cool. We'll take a quick flip through here, the white border cards as well. Got some neat stuff in here I'm excited about. Ponder's one of them. Thopter Foundry is really neat. Really like Summoner's Pact. The Preordain is really cool. Sphinx here. We got a couple of I'll keep an eye out here for the mythic hits. There's one. I like Flickering Ward. That's pretty cool. Neat Goblin Guide. I love the art on this Goblin Guide. Tendrils Action. Worst Fears. We got another mythic there. Love the Path to Exile. I feel like we kind of hit some of the staples, if you will. Leyline, really cool. This Cabal is amazing. That's got to be one of the better hits that we've seen. I like the Thought Vessel. The Bauble. I love this Snow-Covered Island. Might be one of my favorite cards that we pulled. And then the Outrider. So some very cool cards overall from this whole thing. So I'll wrap up by just throwing some socials up there. If you enjoyed this, thank you so much for checking it out, spending your day with me here just a little bit. Again, we're doing these every Wednesday, do a lot of pack openings on the channel, do a ton of MTG Arena action as well. So if you want to stay tuned, check those playlists out. Give us a sub as well, flashing some socials, do the YouTube thing. Like I said, really helps us out. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs here on the channel. And we got links in the description for a couple other channels that we run as well. So if you enjoy the content, thank you so much for being here. Likes and comments are great. Check out another video. We really appreciate it. But I've been Doc. Thank you for checking out this Festival in a Box and Mystery Booster 2 opening. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thanks for being here. And we'll be sure to catch you in the next one. Peace.